galing sa white na yan eh.
At the restaurant directly at your dinner time. I even gave you a personal form. That personal form will be very useful for the check-in in the hotels, and plus in that form you have additional information. So in that part there is on the back of the paper, I would like you to write down if you have any food allergies, or if you are vegetarian, or if you don't eat pork, for example, or you don't eat chicken or seafood, anything that could be important with the included dinners. I would like you to write it there, because once we're gonna do it from the beginning, the restaurants, the kitchen will be ready, so you will get something that you can eat and you would like to eat. So please, if you are vegetarian or if you don't eat pork, write it down in the additional information. Plus, in that part of the personal form, I would like even to tell me, for tonight we're gonna have all twin rooms. That means with a separate bed. However, if you are a couple, if you have your partner with you and you wish to have a double bedroom, write that in the additional information as well. So the additional information is concerning the food, and plus double or twin bed, and if you have something to celebrate in those 15 days tour, if there is a birthday or if there is a wedding anniversary, I would like you to write it to our hotel. You're gonna drive with Ciro to the center of Brussels to get to see the European headquarters, because you know that Brussels is capital city of Belgium, but it's even capital city of European Union. Was one of the founding members of the European Union in the 1957. After the Second World War, we were having such big economical problems, so some of the countries, they decided to put their markets together, and they found this European Union, because you know Belgium is a constitutional monarchy, and the actual king of Belgium is Albert II, and he has his royal palace just in the center of all the beers are produced in the Belgian country, so one drink is included, and plus you're gonna have free time for your dinner tonight. The price of the excursion, if you wanna do the optional city tour of Brussels, is 25 euro. You don't have to worry about the transportation, the local guide will be with you, one drink included, and a free time to have your dinner. Country located in the north part of Europe, 11 million inhabitants living in Belgium. Capital city is the city of Brussels. It's even the most populated city with 1,000,008 people living in the capital. And in such small country, there are two main languages spoken. One is the French, spoken in the south part of the country, in the Wallonia region, and the other one is Dutch, spoken in the north part of the country, in the region of Flanders, because the country is divided into languages region. One is the French as well. The Dutch, of course, has a bit of German sound, but they are completely two different languages. And we say that this is a constitutional monarchy, and the actual king of Belgium is Albert II. Belgium is popular here in Europe for the exportation of the chocolates. It's the most important producer of chocolate. The Cartor and the Godiva chocolate, they are all made in Belgium. Even for the production of the beers, there is the Duvel beer and the Leffe beer. All of them are produced in one of the smallest and richest country here in Europe. And tonight we're gonna stay in the exhibition area of the city of Brussels, where there is a beautiful auditorium that was put there in the 1950s to celebrate the World Exhibition in the city center of Brussels. And tonight the hotel is a Holiday Inn, located next to the stadium of Brussels, roughly 20 minutes driving distance from the city center, from the European quarter as well, because we say that Brussels is even the capital city of the European Union.
Are well, restaurants and some temporary expositions inside, and there's one exposition which tells us all about life during the UEFA Cup of Liverpool and Juventus. There was a big accident. Liverpool fans, they pushed back the Juventus fans and thereby killing lots of people and more than 600 injured. And that is when Liverpool was completely banned from the UEFA, and few supporters were also accused of manslaughter. I won't tell you all about it. Mostly here, the Belgians, we take lots of beer and then we start discussing politics, but we won't do that here today. What I can tell you now is that we are more than over a year without a government. We have an interim government. We are recently speaking. I'm from the northern part, so my native language is Flemish, which is the same as Dutch, but we speak softer Flemish. And then Brussels, this middle part here in Belgium, where the capital is bilingual, and the whole south is French speaking. Well, and the both parts are bickering over the city or the federate state of Brussels. So well, they're still talking. They're talking every day, but no decisions yet. So they're talking about splitting up Belgium. So maybe next time you come here, you will be in the Republic of Flanders, huh? Who knows? Anyway, Brussels came to existence as a very small city on the side of a river, the Senne River, which is a Chinese pavilion. He was also a man that liked to travel a lot, and he loved Paris. A Chinese pavilion, he didn't get it from China, he got it from a fair in Paris. He just got it by Balat, but designed by Victor Horta. Horta is a Belgian designer, architect, well known for the Art Nouveau and also Art Deco. These are the greenhouses of the royal castle and also the prince and the princess. Here in the distance there, that's the royal palace. Now actually this is where the prince and the princess, Prince Philip and Princess Mathilde, they live inside. The king and the queen, they live in the belvedere of the castle, so they don't live here. They have a second castle in the center, what we will see later on the tour. And well, that is where they have their ceremonies and to give them an idea, but they stay childless, unfortunately. Not a beautiful thing, huh? But that is Albert II, our king. Next to us here and behind us, you have a beautiful view here. If you look to the back of us, of the coach, we'll see it later when we go back to the hotel. Well, it's as known as Père Lachaise in Paris. It's all the artists and all the famous people. So here we are approaching the center of Brussels. You will see that all the street names and the signs are written in the two languages, so Flemish and French. Now officially we have 3 languages in Belgium, also German. There's a very small part towards the German border where they speak German. But here Brussels is bilingual.
Yung mga gilded na noon na may lahat may balcony.
And it was owned by the Turnen Taxis. It was a German family who nowadays they still own many breweries. A very rich and wealthy family. The Turnen Taxis, the right side with the small clock. The Turnen Taxis. So we're driving through Manhattan and then we'll go towards the center and into the European quarter. Now either we go for the very heavy castle beer. It's a darkish beer, Grimbergen, darker castle beer. It's a little bit heavier than the normal beers. Or if you don't like the bitterness of beer, you can also have a kriek. Now those are walking to the city and you can have your free time and your hundreds to celebrate 75 years of Belgium. But it took them a long time to construct and it was halted during the World Wars, so it was only finishing. And when you look at it, and when if you've been in Paris and you've seen the Montmartre, you will immediately see that it looks quite like the Montmartre, only while this one has a green dome. The yellow bicycles, now that's a new feature here in the Belgian cities. You can see them everywhere in Europe. Now these bicycle stands, they're everywhere in the city and they're for free for half an hour. You can buy, for the people here in Brussels for example, they can buy for 1 year, they buy a card, it will cost you €30 and you can use the bicycles every time for half an hour for free. And otherwise you can use your special card that you can buy in the tourist offices, and that is how you can use your bike. So if you don't want to use the public transport or buses or taxi, then this is a very nice way to visit the city. Huh? Also, like parties, it's just a place to meet people and well, to have a small party outside. Now I've told you that from the 15th century on, Brussels became a very big and prosperous city, and then especially because of the Dukes of Burgundy, the Burgundian Dukes. They form a part of a huge empire later on, the Habsburgian Empire. That is because Mary of Burgundy, she married with Maximilian, and Maximilian was a Holy Roman Emperor and part or a branch of the family of the Habsburgians from Austria. Later on, their grandson, Charles V, he was crowned King of Spain here in Brussels. Their center of power, their palace, was now. We have a Burgundian lifestyle. Now I've already told you that we have 380 different sorts of beer, and that goes from just the normal lager beers to the heavier castle beers. We had monks brewing beer from very early times, on the 8th and 9th century. They were brewing beer.